Plenty of scams out there, folks. The current pandemic has opened up a new market for frauds and scams, and scammers to take advantage of fear surrounding this disease. A lot of stuff going on. Websites selling bogus products, fake emails, text, social media posts. We're going to talk about it right now with the expert. You've heard it before, almost becoming a regular. Love having her, Melissa Negrin, Wiener, partner over at Genser, Cona Elder Law. This is her wheelhouse, and we welcome her back. Melissa, welcome to the show again.
Thanks. Good morning. How are you?
Doing okay. It's about protecting ourselves, loved ones, seniors, and with fear and with this type of disease right now, a lot of people are vulnerable. And we talk about scams in general throughout the year regarding the IRS and regarding bail and loved ones and getting a grandkid out of jail, and it's bogus stuff like that. And it's really thinking before you act at this point in time, correct?
Yeah, it really is, and it's amazing. It never ceases to amaze me how quickly these scammers jump on new ways to get to everybody, but really the elderly being the most vulnerable of the groups. And this pandemic is no different. We already have even in my neighborhood, they're talking about people who are going door to door in hazmat suits, pretending to be the CDC and that they're going to administer a test. And then they go in the house and they rob people. It's absurd.
Well,
I can't even wrap my head around it. But, again, the seniors being the most vulnerable, the fear that they're playing on the fear, and also now, the total isolation, as if isolation wasn't bad enough for our seniors. This is, it's complete isolation. I haven't even gone to see my parents because we need to stay away from each other.
Yeah.
Like you had mentioned, emails claiming to be from the CDC. The CDC does not send out e-blasts. That's just not something that they're in the business of doing. If you want to get that real information from the CDC, you want to go to cdc.gov or the World Health Organization's website, who.int. So that's where you're going to get the real information. The CDC, like the IRS, is never going to send out an e-blast to everybody in the country.
Very important point, folks, what Melissa just said. Do not open emails claiming to be from the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention or other experts. Just don't do it. These organizations just don't do that. They don't send out email blasts, okay? So keep that in mind and tell your loved ones as well. Go to that website Melissa gave, cdc.gov. Also, a big one, Melissa, is online offers right now. You're going to see a lot of vaccinations or other cures. And let's keep in mind, a real medical breakthrough will not be promoted through an online sales pitch. Keep that in mind, right?
Exactly. I mean, we're seeing emails for, medications that will be mailed to you, vaccinations, cures. People see this and that's great, and I can protect myself, and they spend the money, and, nothing ever comes. The money is gone. There's no way to trace it. There's no way to get it back. So we're telling people, again, never wire money to someone you don't know. Definitely don't give out any personal information online or via text message or even over the phone. If somebody calls telling you, they can send you a package of this drug that now they're talking about could potentially be helpful, and give them give them your credit card number, and they'll send it to you. Never give that information out over the phone. Never give it out over a text. It's a scam.
Never give out your personal and financial information online. Never. I can't hammer that point enough. Unbelievable. People still do that. Text messages say never wire money to someone you don't know. I've had friends get scammed, and I had a friend of mine who wired $2,700 to some woman, supposedly in Cleveland, Ohio, looking at a car. They loved it. The woman wanted the money. They sent it, and look what happened. They didn't get the car. So you got to be careful with this stuff. Check your credit card, your bank statements frequently. Always errors on there, right? Melissa, fraudulent charges, that type of thing, huh?
Absolutely. That happens all the time. And I can't stress enough, at this time too, that people need to make sure that if they're caring for an aging relative, a parent, that they need to be the power of attorney. They need to be the healthcare proxy. They need to have some access to be able to check out these things themselves and make sure that there's nothing funny going on. It is typically, the adult child or caretaker that picks these things up. And luckily for us and for our seniors, Governor Cuomo has allowed virtual notarizing of documents. So we haven't had to stop helping people get these documents in place, especially, during a crisis, which is when everybody starts to realize what they don't have. We're still able, thankfully, to help these people get the documents in place with virtual notarizing. So through FaceTime or Skype, we're able to still get those documents done.
No doubt. So always check your statements for errors, charges. Sooner you spot any type of suspicious activity, the sooner you can take steps to correct it. And by the way, we always want to tell the folks out there, Melissa, to use an online directory. You're talking GuideStar, I think one of them, Charity Navigator, another, and that really for verification purposes, right?
Yes, verification purpose for charities, for donations. So, if you're looking to make a donation to, say, a GoFundMe or some sort of crowdfunding or just an email that you got that you might be interested in making a donation, that's where you go to GuideStar or to Charity Navigator to verify that it's the real deal.
No question. Great information. Melissa Negrin, Wiener, a partner over at Genser, Cona Elder Law. And this is all the stuff, folks, that you have to be aware of right now. Whenever the fear is out there for this stuff, we got to protect our seniors and everything else. Can't thank you enough. We'll have you on again soon. How's that?
Great. Thank you so much. Stay safe.